What's good, gang? Today we're going to be going over my dream $1 million car garage in Driving Empire. So that will include the daily, the supercar, a classic car, and last but not least an off-road car slash like rally car. And once we get those cars and modify them, I am going to put them along this back wall here. And at the end of the video, we will have all these 4 slots filled up with all my dream $1 million car garage. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'm at the dealership here, and I'm going to head inside and do some browsing. And by $1 million, I mean $1 million within Driving Empire. But before I start this, I just want to quickly mention Pininfarina, if you guys don't already know, is getting licensed and added to the game this Friday. So that's kind of cool. 2 new brands in a row. So the daily driver we're going to start off with, and I'm just going to browse around. And I'm going to try and stay below 150, I would say. And I think after looking at this, I think I'm going to go with the 2021 Porsche 911 Targa 4S as my daily driver. It is $160,000. I did spend a bit more than I was willing to, but we have $1 million in the end. So, I already own this car, but let's go and customize it in the shop. Okay, so we are now in the customization. I will also mention, you guys will see a money counter somewhere on the screen. I don't know where I put it, but I will subtract the price of the car and all the upgrades. So, when we're done with this, we should be left with right around $0 if I spend my money wisely. But the first thing I'm going to do with my daily driver is get a new paint job. You know, this white can be kind of boring. I was thinking about maybe like a blue. I don't want to go too extreme like this Viper green here, because in the end this is the daily driver. I could also do paint to sample because Porsche does have that. But I'm just gonna browse. Whoa, that is a bright color. I do love Porsche's metallic colors, like this here, but that is a bit bright. Something like this. If this was metallic, then I'd probably do that. So I think I'm gonna do paint to sample. I'm gonna click on a metallic one, but then I'm going to go a bit darker and maybe something like this. This looks really good. So that will be our paint for the Targa here. And since this is the daily driver, I don't know if I'm gonna stick on wheels. The factory Porsche wheels do look pretty good. I think I'm gonna keep those stock, and I think that'll about do it for the daily driver. We don't want to do too much because we still want to be comfortable, but we will definitely modify the next car, which is the supercar, a bit more than this. Let's get on to it. Okay, so after buying the Porsche 911 Targa 4S, we are left with $840,000 because we did not end up buying any mods. We just ended up putting some paint on it. So now it is time for the supercar. This just might be the most exciting car of this video. So let me scroll around. I am willing to spend a bit more money for the supercar because this will definitely be the most expensive car that we do buy as in this list here. So let me just browse around. And immediately, my eyes drew right here to the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. I mean, this is a very basic one, but I'm actually gonna say no to this because I got the Porsche 911 Targa for my daily driver, so I'm going to say no to that. But something else that does draw my attention, and you guys might already know what it is here, it is the 2020 McLaren 765 LT Coupe. Some of you guys might know that I actually love this car, and if Lambos were in the game, it might be a different story. I might have went with the Huracan, because you know, you get a Huracan for like 300 grand, 320, 330 maybe. And then I still have a lot of money, but 460,000, that is, we still have a lot of room to work with that. So let's go and customize this thing. Okay, so I converted my 765 LT back to stock because I have previously customized it, but that doesn't matter. After buying this car, we are left with 380,000 to customize this car and to buy both our off-road car and our classic car. So I know there's a lot of modifications for this car. So first of all, I'm going to go into paint. I don't think I'm going to do any gradients, sorry. Because I know they're a lot of money. 50 grand, 20 grand. I already have one, this one. I'm just gonna say that's 30 grand because it's basically the exact opposite of this one. But still, we need that extra 30 grand. It could come in clutch later. So I am just going to find an awesome McLaren color. I think I might have just clicked on it. I didn't even mean to do that. I love this color, but I want to go with something very bright. Not that bright. So I think I'm going to go with Ludus Blue because it is a metallic. You guys know I love metallic colors. So that is actually free. We don't have to buy anything for that. Let's go to stock options now. Seats, I think I'm going to keep the regular seats in them because I quite like them. And seats can get expensive. Yeah, 30,000. Spoiler, I don't think I'm going to add the carbon spoiler because one is 10 grand and two, I like to see that metallic color. That takes up a lot of the space there. One thing I will add is a titanium exhaust. You guys know I love titanium, just how it looks and all that stuff. I already own this, but if I'm not mistaken, this costs 8,000, so I will subtract that. After subtracting the titanium exhaust, which I say is $8,000, we're left with $372,000 for the rest of our car. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do a roof scoop because it costs $65,000. We can get a car for that. And I don't think I'm gonna add the carbon fiber hood. I think it's around 30,000, and I'd love to see the color on the hood. So that'll do for the 765 LT build. It looks really good. This blue paint mixed with the titanium exhaust there. So I'm gonna head over to my house. I forgot to add the Targa to the garage, so we're gonna add both the 765 to LT and the Targa to the garage, and then we're gonna get on with the off-road car. Okay, these two cars together are looking so good, but we can't forget we have 2 more spots to fill. So I'm going to head back over to the dealership and shop for a off-road rally car, and then where we'll leave the classic car for last. So I think I don't even have to think twice about this off-road rally car. You guys might know, if I had a bigger budget, I would definitely go with the where is the Ford RS200. It's somewhere, yeah, right here, but it is $700,000. So I think I'm going to spend $140,000 out of our $372,000 left and buy the 2020 Ford Raptor. It's called the Tempest because Ford is not licensed in this game. So yes, I need to find 20 grand and I'll buy this car and then let's customize it in the shop. Okay, the Ford Raptor is secured and in the customization shop. And just because Ford is not licensed does not mean that they don't have great models. Especially the newer Fords. This is a newer Ford, but I know the GT350 can get, like, it doesn't have an interior. The interior is, it's something. It's not the best, but hopefully Ford is coming to Driving Empire fully licensed soon. But first off, we are going to start off with the paint. And I'm thinking maybe like a dark blue, but like maybe even darker than that. So we are going to have to use paint to sample on this one because Ford is not licensed. They don't have licensed colors. So I'm just going to drag it down here. Maybe something like that. That looks really good in my opinion. So I am going to buy that. We are also going to buy some aftermarket wheels because I do not know what these are. These do not look the best. So we are going to now choose our wheels. We have quite a bit of selection, and like I said, this is not a licensed car. So we do have some older wheels too, like these. I've never seen these, same as these. These look awesome. I don't know why these aren't in the full game, or I don't know why you can't put these on regular cars. I have previously customized this car, and I think I'm going to go with the same wheels. They are a bit pricey. They come in at 11,000 because, you know, it's in between 11 and 12, so I'm going to say it's 11. So I'm going to install these wheels, and I'm going to brighten them up a bit. I'm not going to make them fully white or fully black. I think I'm going to do maybe like a light gray, so I'll try 155 on all of them. That looks a bit too bright, so let me try 122 maybe. Yeah, that looks really good in my opinion. So now that we have that, I kind of like the yellow calipers, honestly. The yellow goes well with the dark blue. I do like the like leathery style interior. So I think I'm going to keep that. I might just do that maybe, or like try and. So yeah, I think we're just gonna leave it at this. That looks good. Enough. Okay. And you guys thought I was done there, but I am not. So let's head over to the performance. You guys might be like, what? This is the only car you're adding performance to in this whole thing. I am going to be supercharging this. Like I said, I already have supercharged it. Let's just say turbocharged is 8 grand and twin turbo is 13 grand. So let's slap that right around the middle. Let's just say this is $10,000 to supercharge it. And I will upgrade it, maybe, yeah, okay, $11,000 to supercharge it. And now that'll do it for the F-150 Raptor builds in the Driving Empire. So now let's lay on to the last car, which is the classic car. Okay, so that will do it for the Raptor builds. And like we did for the last two, we're going to add the Ford Raptor next to the other two in the garage. So let me go to my house here, and by the way, after customizing and buying the Ford Raptor and all the other cars, I guess, we are left with $201,000, and just ignore this Koenigsegg Chimera there. That is not part of the challenge. I don't know why my house is not loading in. I hate when it does this. Well, I'm gonna have to server hop. Okay, I'm now in a new server. Before I display the Ford Raptor in the garage, I just want to show you guys, or I guess let you guys listen to how this thing sounds. It does sound insane with the supercharger. So let's get a listen. I don't know if you guys can hear it there, just a little whine. I know this is not a TRX, but we made it a TRX. So now let's pull into the garage and display it next to our previous two cars. And we have one more car to get, and that is the classic car. And we do have a massive budget for our last car. And let me see here. That budget is $201,000 for the classic car. That is a lot of money to buy one classic car. So let's head over to the dealership and do some browsing. Okay, so we are now in the dealership, and I'm going to sort the cars here from year low to high. So now we have all the cars, starting with the Jaguar, I guess. I don't know why these two Porsches are here. Okay, so these are all sorted out now, and by classic car, I mean maybe let's stick under the year 2000. I'd like to even stay like more than that, like older than that. We have $201,000, and right away this Audi Sport Quattro, it just captured my, like, it just like I was drawn to it. This is $125,000, so then we would have like $76,000 to customize it. That is a lot of money. So let's even like look at some other options. De Tomaso Pantera. This does look really cool. Maybe even a bit more exotic. Maybe the Lotus Esprit Turbo. This is pretty cool, and it's only $130,000. I don't know. Okay, so after careful consideration, I have settled with the 1984 Audi Sport Quattro. I love the Quattro. I want them to add the Rally, the Group B, Group A, I don't know what they're in, with the yellow and the white one. That I think that looks so cool. But I already own this car, but it was bone stock. So let's go into the customization shop here, and let's blow a bunch of money on it. We have $76,000 to customize this thing. Okay, so we have a lot we could do with this car. I'm thinking maybe turbo it. The number of turbos we put in this car decides on how much money we have, and we have $76,000 to blow on this car. So if I need to get more money, I could always get a bit of money. So first of all, I kind of like this green, to be honest. I'm either thinking like a dark, okay, that just sold me. This dark red looks awesome. So let's do that as our paint, and let's go back out here. Wheels, I don't know if I'm gonna end up installing aftermarket wheels, because these wheels that are on it right now, I actually quite like them. Maybe some 6 spokes? Definitely not. To be honest, I'm just gonna stick with the stock wheels. He's like really good, especially in white. The wheels stand out a lot because the car is red. The interior, we could do reds to go along with it. Actually, I'm not the biggest fan of that. So I'm gonna do like a tan beige color. That looks more brown. So let me go. I'll just do that. I know that is not the best, but that is what we're working with here. The headlights, I would do white, but since this is an older car, I do like to do this with some of the older cars in Driving Empire sometimes, is make the headlights a bit yellowed out because, you know, they are a bit older. I did that with the RX-7 and my other JDM ones. See the difference though? That's white, and then right here, that looks actually super cool. It just adds a bit of spice to the car too. I have a bunch of money, so I might as well put on a cool license plate. I am from Canada myself, so I think I'm going to slap on an Ontario license plate for $5,000. I will be keeping track of all the money I'm spending here. So I think that'll do it for the, oh, I spoke too soon. I'm just gonna add some red brake calipers, or maybe yellow. Yeah, that looks good. I don't know why, but okay, so that'll do it for the visual customization, and now it's time to add a bit of spice with this car. So it comes stock with a turbo, single turbo. You know, we have 76 grand. Let me just minus 5,000 from that. So we have 71,000 now. And, you know, we might as well do it for 22,000. We could quad turbo this car. So I'm going to do 22,000, 23,000, 26,000. I think we'll leave it at that. A quad turbo with 2 upgrades on it. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. We don't want to go too extreme, and we are left with, let me check, $45,000. So we do have $45,000 more. And you know, we might as well upgrade the engine. For 45 grand, we could get either a sport engine or street engine. I don't know what the difference is. They're all the exact same price to begin with. So I think, you know, I don't want to go race engine because we're not going to be racing this car. I think of this car more as like a rally car. So we go street engine or sport engine. I think I'm going to do sport engine. I need to get a bit more money, but let me subtract. That was 21,000. Yeah, same as that. So let's make it 22,000. And let me get some more money and subtract that from the overall price. Okay, so we're left with 23,000, and I have 25,000 in the game after doing a couple little races. I'm going to upgrade the engine probably 2 more times. So what's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 8,000. So let's subtract that from the total. So now we're left with $15,000 to end off the video and end off this car. Suspension. Okay, so the only thing I did on this car, I guess, is the suspension. So if we reset the suspension here, it's $5,700. So I'll subtract that from the total. And now we are left with $9,300. So at this point, we're just blowing money on whatever. By the way, I just want to say, the only reason I've clicked reset is to see how much it costs to lower it. I'm keeping it lowered. Any camber offset, it looks pretty good. Offset, I'm not gonna bother changing that. Nitrous, we could add nitrous, but I had to do it since we're doing a rally build. How much are rally tires? 8 grand. 1,000 to upgrade it. That's $9,000. So we're left with $300 now, and that'll do it for this video. I think we got pretty much as close as we can get. There's nothing for $300. Unless there is. Yeah, okay, I was just making sure, because if you could like customize the text on your car. But now let's add it to the garage. I think this server is bugged again, or my house is bugged, whatever. Last time I checked, yeah, it is glitchy, but let's just ignore that and head on into the garage. The garage should be fine. I could walk through walls. They need to fix this bug because this is happening to other people. Just ignore the big hole in the ceiling there. So now let's spawn in the Audi Sport Quattro, and that'll do it for our garage, guys. I think we did a pretty good job, honestly. That's a solid garage. We got the Daily on the far right, the Porsche, we got the Supercar, the McLaren 765 LT, and as our off-road / rally car, we have the 2020 Ford Raptor. I was about to say Tempest. And last but not least, has a classic car. I guess this serves as a rally car too. But let's just say this is the classic. Well, it is a classic. I'm getting off track. We have the 1984 Audi Sport Quattro. So that'll do it for our garage, guys. I think we did a great job. And you know what else will do it? That'll do it for this video, guys. If you enjoy this type of content, I'd really appreciate it if you considered liking and subscribing and coming back to watch more, because I post twice a week covering all the major updates and doing other fun stuff like this. So this is Goaty Gaming, out.